Okay, so let's start. So till now, what we have learned? We have learned what a context file is and where it is located. Now let us understand something even more practical. Okay.
Okay.
So what is that? So we will learn like how is context file created, and if we need to change any configuration, how do we modify it safely?
Yeah.
This is one of the most common activity performed by the DBAs during their installations, cloning, patching, or environmental changes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so when when is a context file created? There are three common scenarios where Oracle creates a context files. First scenario is something like that. We can say fresh installation. When the
Mm-hmm.
Oracle e-business suite is installed for the first time, Oracle installation tool Rapid installs the Rapid Viz. There is an application that will automatically create the contact files. Okay, so
Okay.
Rapid install is Rapid Viz. Its name is Rapid Viz. We will start with that. That particular application will help us for to creating the context files. So as an administrator, we don't need to create it manually. Okay.
Okay.
So think of buying a new laptop. It is similar to that. Like when you switch it on for the first time, Windows asks you for your language, username, time zone, and passwords.
Mm-hmm.
After you enter all those details, Windows automatically creates your user profile. Similarly,
Okay.
during the Oracle EBS installation, RapidWiz collects all the system information and automatically creates the context files on your behalf.
Okay. Okay.
It's similar to that. Now, what is the next scenario for creating a context file? The next scenario is cloning an environment.
Okay.
Suppose your production environment needs to be copied in a test environment. So this process is known as cloning. So
Cloning.
since the new server has a different host name, different paths, and different ports, Oracle creates a new context files for the environment.
Okay.
In that, we will use a command, per command. Here you can see where is this one, this per dollar $AD top slash bin slash adbld xml.pl. Here, this is for cloning and pre-required environment. There is an already an environment. We need to just clone it. So we will use this command for creating our context file for the cloning of the environment. Okay. So this script asks for information like it will ask for host name, the SID. SID means prod, test, or dev, what we have learned previously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then Oracle home, and then the directory paths it will ask for.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And using these inputs, it will generate a context files. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So imagine you are opening a new branch of your company. The
Mm-hmm.
company name is the same, but the address, the phone number, and the employees are different.
Yep.
So you create a new office profile. Similarly, every clone of Oracle environment gets its own contact files. Okay,
Fine.
it is similar to that. Now, come to the next scenario. That is scenario three, when we need the context file is adding a new application node. In large organization, one application server may not be that much enough to handle more users. Additional application nodes are added. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so each new node requires its own context files because of its host name, IP address, and services are different.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the question is, how do we modify a contact files? So there are two most common methods. First one is using Oracle Application Manager, that is OAM. Here you can see OAM, Oracle Application Manager. What will be its navigation? We will go for the sitemap first, then we will go for the auto config, and there we will edit the parameters.
Okay.
Here, what is happening? Oracle provides a graphical interface where you can update the parameters without directly editing the XML file. This will
Mm-hmm.
minimize the risk of human errors. So what
Mm,
will happen here? There is an application in Oracle Application Manager. In that
mm-hmm.
application, you will go for the sitemap In that sidebar, you will find the option for auto config, and from that auto config, you can easily edit the parameters.
Okay.
This is via GUI, the graphical user interface. So it is something like updating your profile using a website instead of directly modifying into the database. Okay. So you have a website already. You will change the same things, the parameters here, and it will automatically update in the backend database. Okay.
Okay.
This is the most easy method which more of the people can use because it is consist of less human errors. But
Mm-hmm.
there is one more chance also to edit a how we can edit a contact file. We can directly use the XML editing. Sometimes, especially using the troubleshoot or urgent changes, DBAs edit the context file manually. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, what we can use VI context files. This is the
Okay.
VI. You know VI? What
Yes,
is
yes.
VI?
Yeah, it is a
Uh,
VI editor level.
VI editor,
Editing
exactly.
Linux, in Linux there is a editor. No, files can be created.
Exactly that one. So we can use VI, we can use Nano or anything, any app VI, but VI is more similar and more easy to use, and it is more for the human basis. Like a human can easily read and edit the files there. So we are using here VI. In
Mm.
that, what we need to do, we need to find the where the where Oracle application variables are there. OA where. Okay, this contact file, and then we will update the value there for modifying a contact files.
So OA where means one
OA
parameter.
where is the value in that context file. You need to find the OA where in that particular context files.
Okay.
Okay, and there you need to only change the updated values.
Okay.
Okay. Here, something like you will open the XML file, locate the required parameter, for example, host name, port name, or path, and update its value and save the file. It is as similar as that. It is as simple.
Okay.
But the very important point is here manually editing should always be done carefully. One small typing mistake also can create a the auto config to be fail. And if the auto
Okay.
config fail, it will cause our production or lab environment.
Mm.
Hmm. So the same applies to editing an XML context file. So better using this XML editing from the VI one, we will go for the sitemap that is more safer.
Okay.
And one more thing, searching the variables. In VI, you need to search the variables. That will be tough for you because there are a lot of number of lines. So
Mm.
instead of scrolling through hundred of lines, Oracle provides the utilities like AD find txt. Here you can see the next one after this one, AD find ctx. To what it will help? It will search for the specific variable which we are looking for the change. Okay.
Okay.
So this utility help us to search for a specific context and variable more quickly and need to change it more easily. So most important step is here. We need to now comes we can say the most important part of the today's session. What we are for this modifying context file. What is that? After modifying the context file, remember that this is the most important point. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
after modifying the context file, nothing changes immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. After modifying the context file, nothing changes immediately. Oracle
Okay.
does not automatically apply the changes. We
Okay.
must need to run the auto config.
Okay.
So what we get there after changing the context files, what we need to do, we need to run the auto config to update the manual changes or update the changes which we have done. Okay.
Okay.
What autoconfig do? Autoconfig reads the updated context files and regenerates all the required configuration files.
Okay, fine.
Only after autoconfig completes the successfully do the new settings becomes active. Okay. After autoconfig completes successfully, then only the new settings which you have applied should be active.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Suppose you change your address in your bank account. Okay. So just filling out the form doesn't update all the records immediately.
Mm-hmm.
The bank processes your request and then updates each and every system of your account. Then it will change in your bank account.
Yeah.
Just filling out the form is just like that, you have already changed the file, but you did nothing, so it will keep in the form only, if it will keep in the file only. But after running the code auto config plays the same role as the bank one, which is to updating the each and every changes which we have applied for.
Okay, fine.
Okay. But even after autoconfig finishes, some changes require restarting the Oracle services many of the time, because this is the most common scenario which we have faced in our daily to daily life, that we have changed the forms, we have run the autoconfig, still we can see that value is not updated there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So some of the Oracle services needs the restarting of the services. So
Mm-hmm.
until the service restarts, user may continuously using the old configurations only. So what we need
Okay.
to do after running the auto config, by modifying the context file, we need to restart the service once.
Okay.
And the main point is that backup before editing. This is considered one of the most best DBA practices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
What?
please.
Before modifying the context file, always need to take a backup. And the
Oh,
backup would be as similar as like we take the backup for a file in any Linux machine using the cp command. Okay.
okay.
And
Like
we
this,
will.
this backup should be taken after services are down, or during up we can
No, no,
take the backup.
backup we can take by running the services only, no issues for that. Why? Because using the backup file, we will add the date there, or maybe we will add some key name like backup, or
Mm,
some date with that. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So only it will detect the contact files name, not the
Okay,
backup names, because we don't have configured that backup names anywhere. Okay.
okay, fine.
Hmm. If anything goes wrong after the modification, what we need to do? We need to just restore the backup within a minute, and it will resolve our issue. So it will not cost a lot to the company. It will be a better practice. Like just imagine, before updating your mobile phone software, many people take a backup of their photos and contacts.
Yeah,
Google and many of the storage services provide that also for the
yes,
backing. Why? Because the data should not be lost. So DBAs follow exactly the same principle before changing the important configuration fix. Okay.
okay, okay, okay.
So let's consider a practical scenario, a practical real production example. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a scenario something like uh, we have faced one scenario in my past. I will use that reference, the reference of that scenario. Okay. So suppose your company wants to change the Oracle EBS web port from 8000 to 8010. Okay. So what we will do in that scenario? First, the first thing what we will go for, we will locate the contact files. That is context files. Okay.
Okay, okay,
What will be our next scenario? What we will do after locating, for the safer purpose, we can use the backup for that. Okay. We will take a backup for
backup.
that.
Yes, we can take a backup.
Yeah. And then we will modify the webport parameter. Then we will run what we will run, the after making any form changes, what we will run to you
Like
to obtain.
auto config.
Yes, we will, exactly that one. We will run this auto config, then we will restart the application services, and then finally verify that the user can access the application using the new port or not. So this is the very standard approach followed in each and every production environments. Okay.
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah. I have one scenario for you also. Suppose you have edited the contact files and forgot to run the auto config, will Oracle EBS start using the new configuration?
No, no, not possible.
Hmm,
Unless and auto
exactly.
config run, it will not.
Hmm,
Or
because
if we forget auto config and restart services, it will affect. Or auto config is mandatory.
auto config is mandatory, because auto config is the only responsible for applying the changes.
Okay, fine, got it.
Yeah. So what are the common mistakes we will see? The first one is the very human error mistake, that is a person or a DBA, what we will do, he will edit the XML file incorrectly. That is the most common mistake we will see in day to day life. Huh. Then what is the next thing? Forgetting to take the backup. That is
Mm-hmm.
the most
Okay.
important point. Huh.
Yes, yes.
Then forgetting to run the auto config is
Mm-hmm.
also a very common mistake. And next, or assuming the changes that are applied immediately after saving the file.
Yeah,
These are
auto
the
config running is like if we forget, it is not risky, but not taking backup is risky.
exactly that the main thing,
Yes,
because
yes.
we have only changes the file, that is not that much risky because we
Hmm.
need to only run the auto config.
We
Hmm.
will come to know changes are not affected, then we will run auto
We
config.
will
But
run that.
backup is not there, then it will be difficult.
It will cost a lot to the company, to you
Yeah.
also.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what we have learned here, we need to first remember the simple workflow. What is that? Create or locate the context files, take a backup, modify the required parameters, run the auto config, restart the services if needed, and then verify the changes. If you follow
Okay.
this step consistently,
Okay.
configuration changes become much safer and easier to manage for you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
and also you will get many time a recognition also for this one, because this is the small thing, but it is the big practice which will, if it is not being taken care, this small thing will cause a lot to the company and a lot to the that project. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So now that we know how to create and modify a contact file, let's open one and understand its internal structure, like how the contact file looks like. We will see that OA where we have located here, and where what different parameters means, and how the Oracle stores the configuration information inside the XML file.
Okay.
So moving to the next slide. This context file XML is visible to you.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, great. So till now we have discussed what a context file is, where it is located, and how we can modify it. Now let's open the context file and understand what it actually looks like internally. As you can see in this slide, a context file is nothing but an just a XML file. Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever worked with XMLs before?
No, no, I
I
haven't.
hope no. Yeah, many of, because you have mostly have good hands-on experience on Linux things rather than this XML things. Yeah, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
Mhm. Okay, no
I know.
issues. So here, what it contains the different tags and different type of variables here. Different tags like here OA var name, OA var name. These things. These are the tags. OA type, OA type. These are the
Mm.
different tags which we found in the context files. This is a just
Okay,
a
okay,
simple XML. Every important configuration in Oracle EBS is stored inside these XML elements only.
okay.
So the first line is nothing, just a XML version, and in the encoding which we are using in the particular XML file, it is like that. And next,
Mm-hmm.
what is the context name we are using in the tag? We are open that. So XML disk, we can see that the first line is nothing but a XML declaration that is point to the I'm sorry. That is, the first line is called the XML declaration. Why? Because it simply tells the Oracle that this file follows the XML format and use the UTF-8 encoding. The
Mm-hmm.
first line. Okay.
Okay.
So think of it as like a title page of a book. Before reading the contents, the title page tells the what kind of document it is, or how people, most of the people judge by title also. So this is the case, like this Oracle will know that this is a XML file and it will read it like a XML only, and it will take the contents from XML only. Okay.
Okay.
What is the next one? The contact names and the prod host name here, the second line. This is the root element of the context files. Okay. This is the
Okay.
root element, the main element of the context file.
Uh-huh.
Everything related to this Oracle environment is stored inside this context tag only. Okay. So here
Mm-hmm.
what we are using the prod host name. So this is for the prod one, and we will use the host name here. Okay.
Okay.
This name usually contains the SID and hostname, making it unique for that environment. Like if we are using for lab, what we will use here in the contact names, lab underscore hostname. If we
Okay.
use test, then it should be test underscore hostname. And if we are using here prod, then we are name as prod under prod under hostname. So it
Okay.
is as similar as like that. In real life scenarios, also we will use these type of naming conventions. So the different DBA developer will not change the name as per him, because just imagine you have taken the name as prod contact files. Okay,
Okay.
somebody has came and they have created one more for different one, for different environment, something like that, context file for text, for
Mm-hmm.
test. So it
Mm-hmm.
is bit tough for a person who will came after you, like after your resignation, or after you will go to another company, or if you are change your project, then a new person will came in that project and he will try to find that contact file with that one. Then
Mm-hmm.
it will be tough for him, because he will not know what naming convention you have used there.
Okay.
So this name usually contains the SID and hostname, making it unique for that particular environment. So
Okay.
imagine a folder named production. Okay, inside that folder you will keep all the production related documents.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, here the contact tag acts like the main folder containing all the Oracle configurations.
Okay.
Now, next section is our apps info section. What it is, this section stores the application tire configuration. Inside it, we will find multiple Oracle variables called OAVAR.
Okay.
What is OAVAR? It is because this is most of the important thing, because in real life example, in real life things, what you will change, you will only change the OAVAR here in your
Mm-hmm.
values.
Mm-hmm.
For and then you will run the auto config or these things. Okay.
Okay.
Allow me a minute, let me put my charger. So what is OAVAR?
I can see this is port and SID. It is defining setting port
uh,
SID host name.
yeah, so you can see in each and every line it starts with OAVAR.
Yeah.
Hmm. It simply means like Oracle application variable. Oracle
Oracle application.
application variable.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, its full form is Oracle application
Variable.
variable. Every configuration value in Oracle EBS is stored as OAVAR. So it
Okay.
will take it as a variable. Hmm.
Uh-huh.
So you can see here the first one, the name is SDB host. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So what this variable stores the database server host name.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
example, in example, you can also see that db.example.com. Here, the particular path for that one, or the particular DNS for that application which we are looking for. And then the second one is DB port.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you can think about your mobile phone contacts. Instead of remembering someone's number, What you will do, you will just simply save name and then the phone number. Similarly, variable and then configuration value.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, the variable name and the configuration value. So next one is SDB port. It will stores the listener port here. Whenever the Oracle application connects to the database, they will use this port only. So what is the default Oracle listener port? It is 1521.
1521.
If you not change any port, it will remain as 1521. And if you change it, that's the new change value which you have put, it is should be that one, but the default one is only 1521. It will in most of the interviews they will ask for what is the default port for SDB port, so you can mention like that, that this is the 1521.
Mm, okay.
Now this variable stores the database SID. Which one? The DB SID one. Next one. Okay. What it will
Yes.
tell? It tells the Oracle exactly which database instance it should connect to. It should be dev, prod, or test, or any environment in which we need to work.
Okay.
Next one is app host. This will stores the application server host name. And if tomorrow the application server changes, this variable needs to be updated, because when we install a new server, application server there, we need to update this particular host name here. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Similarly, the port, the web port for through which DBA is accessing the web one, the web application one. This is most the commonly modified parameter. Most of the time, we will modify this web port. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This
Okay.
defines in which HTTP port Oracle EBS will be accessible. Sometimes it is 8000, something it is 8010. The
Mm-hmm.
one which I have used in the previous example, in the previous slide, it is the same one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. So suppose your office changes its reception desk from gate 1 to gate 2.
Uh-huh.
Visitors now enter through a different gate. Similarly, changing the web port changes the entry point of the Oracle EBS users.
Okay. Okay.
It is the simply a gate for that. Okay. Because many of the time why it need to be changes, like we are using some there should be a port, it is 8000. Okay, a lot of traffic is coming on 8000. In that scenario, what DBA will use to minimize the traffic, it will simply change the port to 8010. Now the public will distribute from 8000 to 8010, and it will be more fast and more safer rather than restarting the services or these things. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whenever the Oracle forms are launched, this port is used. Okay, this one, the forms port. This defines the forms server port. It is nothing, just because it we will change this in very rare case. Hmm. This is the least change value, the second last one, OA port, that is
Okay.
9000.
Okay.
Okay, whenever the Oracle forms are launched, only this port is used. And next one, what? Apple top. This is the app top. Okay. And what it will be, this variable stores the complete path of the Oracle application installation. Like here you can see the path, that is U01 EBS apps and then Apple. Here it contains nothing. It tells Oracle where the application files are located.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, there are many more. Something like OA type is there, which will do, which will show what the person is like. It will a host, or he will be a user or something like that. Okay. So different type you can see also a kind of variable like OA type. This will tell the auto config what the value it is, host, port, path, DBID, or anything. So Oracle knows where it is reading the host name, a port number, and the file path. So think of online online registration form. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one field asks for email, another asks for phone number, another asks for date of birth, and each field exports a different type of data. Okay, So similarly here, what we are looking for, the different parts is looking for a different type of data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. So one thing to remember here is what we never randomly add or delete OA entries.
Okay.
We will do it very carefully. These variables are created and managed by Oracle only. So as administrator, we only modify the existing values when required. We can't change anything here. If we wish, it is nothing like that. If we wish we don't like the second last line, then we will delete it. It will cause us for the application issue. It will
Okay.
bring the application down. Okay. So
Okay.
let's assume your organization changes the web port from 8000 to 8010. It what will happen? What we will do here? We will locate this one, the web port here 8000, and what we will do? We will change it to 8010. We will save the contact file, run the autoconfig, restart the application services, and now we will the now users will access the Oracle EBS using the new port. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Now let's see. In the first one, it is SDB host. What if I change the SDB host to the wrong host name? What do you think? What will happen?
It will give error.
It will give error. Exactly. The application tier won't be able to connect to the database and users may not be able to log in. They will face the error.
Yeah. Wrong
So,
host name.
yeah, the wrong host name. So, the XML structure uh, actually may look technical at the first, but it is actually very simple. You can see only we need to change the particular parameters. So each OA var represents one configuration parameters, and together they define the complete Oracle EBS environment. Once you understand these variables, troubleshooting and configuration becomes much easier for you. So
Okay.
now that we have seen what inside the contact file, let's move to another important topic, that is port numbering convention in Oracle EBS. We will
Okay.
understand that why different environments use different ports, what a port pool is, and how the Oracle avoid the port conflicts when multiple instances run on the same server.
Okay.
So I hope this slide is visible to you.
Yes, that is visible. Port pool
This port
concept.
numbering convention in Oracle EBS.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's talk about the another important concept in our Oracle EBS administration, that is port numbering convention. So whenever users access Oracle EBS, or whenever different Oracle services communicate with each other, you they use the port number. A port is simply a communication endpoint. It allows different services running on the same server to communicate without interfering with each another to each other. So what it will happen? They will know, like in the same IP, there is an IP, it like 192.0.0.1, and two applications are on the same server. So might it be confusion when we hit the IP? It will sometime move for the first one and move for the second one, or it will show the error. In that case, to minimize this type of error, what we have used, we have created the port, and the port will define on different port. There are different applications. Hmm. So just think of a large office building. The building has one address, but inside the building there are many type of departments like HR, finance, IT, sales, and
Yes.
different things. A visitor can reach the correct department only if they know the extension number. Similarly, the server has one IP address, but each Oracle services listens on the different ports. So what is the port pool? This is one of the most important concept on this slide. That is, Oracle EBS uses something called a port pool. A port pool is a number that the Oracle uses to automatically calculate all the service ports, and the default port pool is 0. Here, Oracle EBS uses a port pool number that is as port pool in the context file, and
Okay.
this default port pool is 0. Each service offset adds to the base port number. Changing the as port pool shifts all the ports simultaneously. So, let me use an example. If the port pool is 0, then HTTP port is 8000, forms port is 9000. Okay. Now, if
Okay.
the port pool changes to 1, what will happen? HTTP becomes 8010
9001.
into, yeah, this is the formula which
Oh,
we will use. And what we will do here? Just 8000. And what is the current port pool? If it is 1, then it will plus 10. If it is 2, it will plus 20. If it is 3, it will put 30 in the web port.
okay,
Okay.
okay, 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 got it.
Notice that Oracle automatically shifts the port based on the port pool value. Only we need to enter the port pool value there. Okay. So here you can see.
Okay.
Now, why do you think that Oracle designed the port pool concept instead of asking us to change every port manually? We can change it manually also, and it will be easy for us. Still, why Oracle defines the port pool for that? To simplify the configuration and to avoid the conflicts. If we suppose you are a developer and I am a developer in the same company. Okay, I don't know what port you are using, you don't know what port I am using. So something we have created a table like a structure, there we are updating that which port I am using and which port you are using. Suppose we have generated two applications at the same time. Okay, I have used port 443, you have used port 443. In that case, when I go to the table and then before changing it, in the meantime, you can also change the particular your application port. Hmm. So it will be caused that two applications should be on the same one, 443. So better what Oracle did, in that case, Oracle created the port pool concept. It will just look automatically from the contact file and immediately let you know that this port is not available. You can switch the port or use the another port.
Yeah, otherwise we have to try like some other DBA gives the number without
Hmm.
following the standard, then it will be difficult.
It will be much difficult. So in that main scenario, what we will do, we will just use this port pool for the same. Okay, so these are some
Okay.
important ports which we are listed here. The first one is S web port. This is the port which HTTP used and to access the Oracle ABS. You don't need to remember the port. You will see in your day-to-day life and you will get habitual with this ports. Huh? No need to remember or spend a time for learning this one. This is the common ports which you will see in your day-to-day life and you will be more habitual with this ports. Okay, so if this port is unavailable, the first one, this web port, users won't be able to access the Oracle login page. This is the web port, first one. Next one is what? HTTP port. This is used for secure communication. Its default value is 4443. When organization use SSL certificates, user access Oracle EBS through HTTPS instead of HTTP. Okay, so when a web page is using this SSL certificate, in that scenario we need to use HTTPS I instead of HTTP. So when you visit your bank's website, you always see there is HTTPS, or any government websites, or any type of website that is more secure. In there, you will notice that it is taking HTTPS instead of HTTP because the communication there is encrypted. So Oracle EBS production environments usually works with the same way. They use HTTPS for the secure connection. Next one
Okay,
is our
okay.
forms port. That is, Oracle Forms use a separate port, that is 9000. When the user launches Oracle Forms, communication happens through this port only. Next one is our database listener port. That is, this is probably the most famous Oracle port. That is, the default value contains 1521, and this the application tier uses this port to connect to the Oracle database. This is for the Oracle database. So what happens if the port 1521 is blocked by the firewall? In that case, the application tier cannot connect, cannot able to go to the database, and it will throw a error, or it will take a long time, and it will show something service timeout. So 1521 is for the DB port.
Database.
Then our concurrent manager port, which is concurrent manager, which is used to run the, or what we can see, the automation scripts, the automation scripts we can say. So this port is used internally by the concurrent manager, that is background jobs, reports, and scheduled requests on the it all these things are dependent on this service only. Okay, the concurrent management port. Now the and this messaging port is also is there, which is mostly used for sending the messages, which transfer our messages from one web to another. Like many a time we will see the alerts there, like this port is already used, or any type of port. This is carried by JMS and messaging app. Okay, and we will mostly use this one. The web port is the main one which we will use in most of the scenarios. HTTPS is the default one, so we will not need to change it anymore, and rest will be the least changes. Only the 8000 is the main one.
Okay.
So why different environments use different port pools? Let us assume one physical server host. There three Oracle EBS environments are there, like dev, test, and prod. If all these three HTTP port is 8000, only one environment can start successfully. The other two will fail because the same port cannot be used by the multiple services. So so Oracle solve these services, or solve this conflicting issue by assigning the different port pools. Like for dev, it will put the port like 8000. For test, it will put like 8010, and for prod, it should be 8020. This allow all the three environments to run on the same server without any conflict. Okay, so suppose you are cloning the production environment to a test server. If you keep the same port pool as the production, Oracle services may fail to start because the ports are already in use by the production one. So during the cloning, one of the first thing that DBA checks is to change the port pool value in the context files. Okay, always remember, while you have given a task for cloning the production environment or test environment or any environment, you need to, after the cloning, you first the thing you need to check in the context file is the port pool, that it should not be the same one. Okay, and as a DBA, you can also verify a port is already in use or not using the command ss-tlnp. This command is mostly useful. So what we know, that a port is the communication endpoint for a service. The port pool automatically calculates the service ports. Using different port pools allows multiple Oracle EBS environments to coexist on the same server without any conflicts. This is our section 6, which we have completed here. The
Okay.
port numbering convention in Oracle, and what is our contact file, how the contact file looks like. Okay.